number 11. Welcome to the Now We Go podcast, episode number, volume 11. Big Uncle Zach Maslany. I've really taken a liking to the uncle part. People like that shit. I got J.M. Holland over here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Mike Fauerbach.
Hello.
Never Again Radio. Yeah, we're here. It's Monday. We took last week off. It was Memorial Day, I believe. So people were, everyone just gave the finger to social distancing and did their thing on Memorial Day. Did see some wacky shit. I was over at Thor's for a while, and I seen a dude grilling outside with no shirt on and his family and a mask on. So I'm something of an idiot myself. You know that one meme? Memes are killing it right now. Memes are on fire.
That's so crazy.
I love memes, dude. I just fight people through memes. I don't even say words. I just send memes now. So I've been doing I've been getting a little bit of pushback, I guess you would say, on some stuff I've been posting. A couple people told me to chill out. A couple people told me to,
Were they people you
take
knew?
a break or whatever. Some where I knew. Somewhere I know. Some were making family members were making indirect comments. I think this is Facebook. You go on here, and it's not like the governor sees your posts or whatever, but. Again, what I try to explain to people is the reason why I'm being a dick and posting shit nonstop is so that way the people that are following me, not as some big shot or something, but my students, which is how many people we got there, and all the people a couple hundred people that we're in people we teach seminars at, people we schools go to. I want people to know exactly where I stand on this shit, so that way there's no pushback at later point when they go, what? I didn't know. No, we knew Zach was crazy about this shit and he didn't want anything to do with, this crap. And then also I want people I'm trying to unscare people, and I feel like it's actually working because I feel like a bunch of people have hit me up and said, hey man, I was really scared, but then I saw that one, and sounds stupid, but they'll be like, I saw that one thing you posted where it said all the people were, died during this and all the people that, and I saw the numbers and I was like, then I started showing my wife, hey, look at this. Even Fauci said don't wear masks or whatever. And they're like, oh, man, they just start to see the hypocrisy on all the shit. And that's why I share it. It's not I'm not pushing an agenda like some people are accusing other people of doing. I'm not pushing any agenda. All I'm doing is showing you the hypocrisy of all the shit. It's just think about this one. Thank God they let out all those criminals right before the riots and protests started. LA County let out 1,700 people convicted of robberies and theft and Grand Theft Auto. And they let all those people out. And now there's all these riots and protests and stuff. Yeah. So good one. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I share it though. I share it because it's complete
Is that the Batman?
Lunacy.
Is that the Batman reference?
What?
The one Batman meme you shared.
There's a lot of Batman memes, yeah.
That was in Philly.
Well, there was a guy dressed up as Batman.
Right, that one.
Yeah, just went out and he would, I don't even remember what the meme was. I've shared so much dumb shit, but that one was funny. I'll look it up though.
There was the Elmo one.
Yeah, there's the Elmo one.
That was cool.
They're that's.
I shared one of a guy hitting a skateboard trick off of a flipped upside down car.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
A man in a Batman costume walks by as Philadelphia firefighter puts out a car fire on JFK Boulevard. Some of the hero we deserve. Batman just shows up out there. A guy in a Batman costume, what the fuck, dude?
Yo,
It's not. I don't know.
Pull out my meme generator, dude.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. What would you do, if I was here and this was going on in the street out front?
This is what I would do. I'd have this mask on, and I'd be outside with whatever type of ammunition I have, and I'd be with a bullhorn, get away from my property, get away from my property.
A couple
I'd be
videos
please,
surface like that.
Please.
You see that one where there's three dudes that beat the shit out of a married couple in front of their business? That was crazy.
There was an old woman who got...
Get away from my wife!
There was an old woman in a
Scary
wheelchair.
shit, dude. I got scared.
She was not scared enough for those people at all. If you watch the other angle of that video, she was...
I really feel bad for those people.
Yeah,
I'm not condoning
bad.
it, but yeah, no. Dude, have your head on a swivel. You're in a fucking war zone, you idiot.
Yeah.
That's the time when we were walking. That reminds me of the time that we were cruising with a bunch of amateur travelers in downtown LA, which is, people shit's getting burnt down there. And all of a sudden I turn and two guys are missing and they went into a random bodega. And listen, most of the places are cool, but there's guys, we're with a, little, young girl and family and just all these guys that look like way more intimidating than like, us. I'm like, that guy looks like something's wrong with that guy. Like, don't go in that bodega. I'm like, you can't don't just go
he
places.
just left us hang out for like 5 minutes.
Outside
like,
the place, and dudes are just chilling there looking at us. I'm like, all right, man, let's get the fuck out of here if possible.
Nothing bad would ever happen to me.
That's kind of
just walking around like nothing.
What was funny about that clip too is like looked like everybody had big long sticks, like they were in like a Steven Seagal movie or something. What was that all about? What were those
Seagal
sticks?
would help.
Yeah, what were those sticks? Bones Jones is helping. It looks like right?
That was brilliant what he said. I was like, that's perfect. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, exactly.
John Bones Jones.
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier.
What a way to clean up his bullshit too after Dana calling him out on all that stuff.
I like John Jones. So.
I like him.
He's not like...
He's like Tyson. Look how everyone loves Tyson now. But remember back in the day, Tyson was a piece of shit.
Right, no one liked him,
Yeah.
Because he's crazy. He's the world champ. No, the world champion of fighting is crazy.
How pissed... Like, the Deontay Wilder reference is, like, totally on point, though. Because, like, that guy makes, like, way more money to fight than John Jones does. Mm-hmm. And John Jones I think John Jones is a better fighter than Deontay Wilder.
In a real fight, yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't be close. Like, and he makes a fifth of the money or something. Mm-hmm. That's not right.
I don't understand boxing. They get it's outrageous pay. They were showing that compared to like I forget what boxing match they showed compared to Gaethje and Ferguson. They were just showed how much money they made.
Boxing.
What?
What did Gaethje make on that fight?
Not that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's other incentives and shit, but not as much as you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not in the millions. You know what I mean? That's what's insane.
Who were the only ones to hit millions? McGregor and Diaz?
Per fight? I mean, they're mostly making, and those guys are mostly making money off all the other stuff, like the promotional stuff and just, I think, maybe they get, because that fight, they got pay-per-view buys or something. Like that's the negotiating terms, but they're not giving Ferguson and Gaethje pay-per-view buys. They're like, go play Rock'em Sock'em Robots for a couple $100,000. I mean, obviously, cool life,
they're the best.
But yeah, they're the best, so. But yeah, I don't know. I put up that one video, those guys pushing that cop car and they're like just putting the cop hats on and stuff.
Yeah,
and that was
fucked
crazy.
Up.
R.I.P. 10 Planet Long Beach. They burnt that down. Heard about that.
I'm worried about fighter pay right now. I'm like, fighter pay! We need to fix this right now.
Yeah, they legit I just heard from our couple of groups that we're in or whatever that they burnt down 10P Long Beach and they looted it, stole the Thai pads and stole the trophies and shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So could you imagine that? Like I would be so sad. I would probably go to jail for the rest of my life.
That'd be problems.
If someone came through our place and burnt it down and then took like our fucking memorabilia and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, there would be hell to pay.
It's my whole life right there.
Yeah,
well, that's
my whole life led
the
to
video
that.
of.
What would you do? They're like, what would? Because people were arguing about shooting the guys if they were coming towards your business and how it was a good idea, and then other people were like, you're gonna shoot some people for some.
There's definitely armed business owners.
You're gonna shoot some people over a bunch of property. Yeah, I would honestly.
Yeah.
If you're coming to break my shit, I would shoot you. I'd have no problem shooting someone in the leg. Obviously, I just shoot you in the legs and blow out your kneecaps or something like that. You know what I mean? Dude, do not do that. Like, if you want to protest and stuff, that's cool, but please, don't trash our businesses, man. Don't trash our fucking businesses, dude. Like, how long is it going to take for him to come back from that, dude? His whole livelihood. They got to GoFundMe going, or eventually they are. I'll send them some Thai pads and some other shit we got, you know?
Violence is only cool when it, like, makes sense, when it's right,
Now people are just burning shit down.
Violence
it's way past... a point. It's just they're just burning.
Well, how about
shit to the ground and stealing shit?
Yeah,
all the videos I see, most of them are not adults. They're fucking just like punk kids with their faces covered and they're just trashing shit.
That live in their grandma's basement or something like that.
The brick stuff you were talking about.
And then there's the weird stuff too. Like,
is that real?
There's so many layers. How about the fucking guy with the hammer and the umbrella and the gas mask? Like that was fucking weird. Then there was the
umbrella man. Yeah,
the videos of like and it was several videos where there was just a pallet of bricks, and then they had other videos where people were showing up and just having pallets to burn, like immediately in the city, like what?
Handing out.
This was the plan the whole time.
Yeah,
this is the last stand right here.
They were handing out bricks.
There's a lot of videos of people like there was one I saw somebody posted where this black girl comes up to the car and there's 3 white ladies in it and she's just like, what the fuck are you doing giving people bricks? And they're like,
I saw
what?
that.
They're like, what do you mean? We're just trying to help. She goes, you're not trying to help. She's like, you're going to get somebody fucking killed.
Yeah, they followed that one white guy that was with the hammer that
Yeah,
was breaking
they
the
were gonna
windows
fuck
at the
him up.
AutoZone or whatever.
my
They
blunt.
should have fucked him up.
Hold my
dude.
blunt.
Yeah, that was funny.
They should have.
If someone would have held my blunt, I would have fucked him up.
What's that guy?
They should've.
Like Cat Williams.
Yeah.
They beat
Yeah.
up. I saw the one. There was another one I saw this morning that there was a guy with a hammer, white dude breaking up concrete so they can throw the concrete through the windows.
Yeah,
and they beat
fucked
the
him up,
shit
and
out
then
of that
they
guy.
turned him over to the police.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're not showing that
What-
shit too. Like there's so many levels as to
What
what's going on
is
in that.
Antifa? What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Somebody was explaining. Well, they're
You know
a
how, like,
terrorist organization
Yeah,
at
well,
this
you know
point.
how like
Give it a goo.
you know how like super right wing people become terrorists? They like start a militia in the middle of the woods and then
Yeah,
they go
yeah.
blow shit
That's
up.
Antifa.
That's the liberal Antifa, I think. I don't know, but that's like the other side of the
Okay,
spectrum.
here it is. Antifa is an abbreviation for an anti-fascist, which is a group of people with beliefs that which lean to the far liberal left. The
What I
term
said.
can also refer to people that are anti-sexist, anti-racist, anti-homophobe, and anti-capitalist. The term is often used on Twitter and in news articles to describe the greater movement of the people who hold these ideals. Antifa are commonly seen in protests, whether it be against capitalism or on Wall Street, or removing statues of Confederate soldiers.
Interesting.
They turn every protest into extreme violence is what
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, it's like shills. They start shit at the riots or
Yeah.
the protests. It's like cool protests, and then they're starting shit.
Yeah,
Which are even pushing someone into a cop or something, and just it's something simple
yeah,
as
and
that.
it's usually like planned. Like they,
who
they're
even
coming
knows
there.
what they could pay a cop an extra $50,000 to start shit at a riot.
Someone,
you know what I mean? You don't
someone
fucking know.
sent me a thing where they were like, you could sign up to be like a angry protester. Like you could sign up for that and they'll pay you.
Yeah, exactly.
How the fuck are they?
Yeah,
What?
it's all manufactured. It's not like,
Well, they said that
and then it just piles on.
Trump
you know?
got put into the bunker, like under the White House, and they said that they think it was because of Antifa threats, and then now they labeled Antifa as a terrorist organization. And then I was saying to him,
Breaking news
what if
on
you're just,
Fox.
What if you're just some dumb kid who's like, yeah, I'm fucking Antifa, and you got a hammer, and then you get arrested, and now you're fucking a terrorist. Your fucking life's over.
Well, dude, because you're starting shit.
Yeah, I mean, I
mean, it's-
I know why they do it, but like the stupid kids that are doing this shit, like you have no
Well,
fucking
now they
clue.
better stop.
I
Yeah.
feel so old.
They better
I feel
stop
so
now.
old.
Yeah. Now they better
really
stop.
gonna go to jail.
I mean, yeah, I don't think, I don't know. Like when I was younger, if I lived in Philadelphia, I think I would probably just board up my windows and
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of kids are probably stuck home, no one to look after them or something. Who
Yeah.
knows everyone's situation? But everyone's been cooped up for the last. This has been the plan the whole time. Though, I mean, is Corona on its last legs yet, or what?
Oh, how funny is all that shit?
it's on the
How
ropes,
funny
dude.
is all that
Yeah.
shit?
Barely
It's
hanging on.
reeling.
Dude, go to the body, dude.
Yeah.
Go to the
Yeah,
body.
go to the body. It'll open up that one last
yeah,
headshot.
just one more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just hit him in the liver, dude.
There's still a couple of guys like it'll be like 10, 11 comments deep, and someone will be like, they're gonna be those people are wait till you see the outbreaks of Corona after
Yeah,
I
this.
posted that
I saw
thing
one
about
thing. There
Eddie.
was like a pool party in Florida with like fucking 300 kids, and they're like, one person had Corona. And I was
Yeah.
like, really? Is that what happened at the pool party? One person?
Well, they're
it's
gonna
ridiculous
yeah.
now. Like,
That's
it's
on
fighting
the
it is tough.
it's on the ropes. It's on the ropes.
I don't know. Felt
That's why, like, I was like, I saw this shit going down Sunday. I was like, yo, email, new schedule, coming
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah, come on, this is silly now.
Yeah, dude, we're
This is
over.
silly.
I saw as I was driving here. There's some crazy shit. First of all, on 22 East, right off Center Street, there was like two look like hippie scumbag kids on the corner. A girl, little girl, probably like maybe 17, 18, and then some
Hates her
like
dad.
hippie ass dude. Same thing, young kid out there like dancing, trying to get a ride to Philadelphia. I never seen that before. Right at that corner right there. And then when I was pulling up here on Main Street, there was a daycare or something that's open. And there was a whole bunch. There were like 15, 20 kids walking with a couple of adults, and maybe 2 out of the 5 adults had masks on. So I was like, okay, the gym can be open.
yeah. It's
You
funny
know?
seeing the masks.
Fuck out of here.
It's few and far between anymore. Unless, I mean, going into, like, I went into CVS to get the coffee shit, but I walked into CVS, the 2 old ladies are talking to each other, they're probably in their 60s, both of them had the mask off, and I walk in and they just looked at me and quick put their mask on, and I wanted to be like, no, let's take them off. Like, it's not nobody's fucking
the
listening
gun store,
to this
no one
shit.
yelled at me for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was talking to my buddy Mike, and he was telling me he went to get a silencer or some shit, and he said they were having to fucking wear masks.
Yeah, that's a little weak.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, how crazy is that? You have to wear a fucking mask in a gun store? This is lunacy.
I'll be teaching a seminar at Cocoa Beach Tuesday, June, the third week in June, I believe. So once I started seeing that, I'm like, man, we're out of here, dude.
Yeah.
I got shit to do.
Yep.
I can't be waiting for this.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah, we've been, dude. Honestly,
No.
we've
We've
been
been really busy. Yeah.
A lot of people been hitting us up. Like I've been working and stuff. So
Yep. I mean, you called it from the beginning. You were like, you got to out hustle people. We'll see who's going to do it. And looking back on it, blessing in disguise for me having to be locked down here. I have so much shit figured out with my business that I wouldn't have time to do.
yeah, I did
super
a lot,
laser focused.
I did a lot of stuff. I mean, mostly we just been doing what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I had a little bit more time because I've been teaching like less classes, on the lowdown allegedly, and yeah. So, but that's that's par for the course. And I know a lot of people that I've been just watching and hearing their moves and stuff, and it sounds like they didn't hustle up any dough, so they didn't pay their rent. So now they, all this stuff's gonna happen at once, man. I feel like, and they're still not allowed to be open. So most businesses, like even in the green phase, whatever that supposedly means, it's supposed to be gyms like ours are supposed to be by appointment, like strongly suggested by appointment.
Strongly suggested. I love that.
Like
Strongly
what the fuck is that
suggested.
mean?
Yeah.
Like some of the guys are following that shit, So and I feel bad for them because they're scared or whatever the situation is, but man, their business taking a beating. Like me and Jam.
Well, you're
are pretty
saying
lucky,
something when you put all that, you're putting all these barriers to your business when you do that. And it's
Yeah.
like I'm not willing to walk through those barriers to buy shit off you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the guy that's making it easy for me to get stuff.
Yeah.
Or better.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Andrew Jones. Shout out to Andrew Jones 10P on Instagram, doing a great job. Handling everybody's payments, making sure people are scared, staying home, people coming back. You know what I mean? Getting them on,
blessing to my life.
signing up new people. And that's what Once I could tell I could tell that the coronavirus was about to go down because there were people just like hitting us up like, hey man, like you guys open or what? Dude, I've been trying to get in there. So a lot of people are just kind of like, hey, I'm back working. A lot of people buying shit with their Trump checks, which is good news. So
Yeah, a lot of
Classes
people
are
are going
huge.
back to work.
yeah, a lot of people training. Got a good group of people helping Grace train for El Paso in July 19th. We'll be at the Jiu-Jitsu Overtime EBI Shootout. And that's going to be dope. Thursday, I'm looking at a venue in Allentown for the finishers sub only, which we were going to have couple of weeks. Dude, Alex Jones, did you see that? You know what I'm talking about? Did you see that?
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah, no. Did you see what he's got? He's got a fucking tank.
Yeah,
He's
they were
driving around.
trashing it. Yeah, yeah. People were freaking out. They're like, "Fuck you!" The guy's taking a hammer to it and like knocking the mirror off. It was like indestructible. They totally fucked it up.
Yeah. Dude, he just drove a tank down. They drove a tank, and he was like, Antifa, like
Doing
he's
his
going,
reporting?
Antifa scum. You guys are scum. They're like, they're trying to get at him. He's just in a tank. How does he have an armored vehicle? dude?
He's like,
He's
here,
got
that's
money.
like he probably saved the government like $100,000 just letting his shit get smashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause
Letting people
people are
get
just
that out. You know what I mean? It's like a public servant.
Plug. Eddie Bravo got so pissed at him when he did that. Remember that? He's like, "You're the king of plugs, dude. Let the man talk," because he kept making fun of the flat Earth guy. Eddie Bravo brings like a serious flat Earth guy on Alex Jones. And then Alex Jones just keeps
cutting
making
him
fun
off.
of him and cutting him off.
Yeah.
And Eddie Bravo gets so mad.
That's just funny. Dude.
Alex Jones out of his gourd, dude. Yeah, they were driving downtown and
I love
just
it.
people are
I love
jumping
it.
on the side. Someone's like, "That's an InfoWars car, Alex Jones." They're like
Yeah.
throwing shit
How
at
fun
it.
would it be
Someone,
to be Alex Jones? Just do whatever the fuck
Yeah, I
you
know.
want, say
Follow
whatever
move.
you want.
yeah, dude, I'm sure he's getting death threats and all kinds of stuff.
Yikes.
Is this the same location that you were looking at before, or a different one?
Yeah, it's finally the same one. It's like, I think it was like a pro wrestling place or something.
Yeah.
So he said they're working on a building or whatever. But here's the thing. I need to find, if anybody out there knows any like areas where we can throw a tournament that doesn't care about social distancing or mitigating large groups or whatever they call it, let us know, because we're trying to find like a barn or something or somewhere we can go that the parking doesn't look too suspicious either. I think this guy's willing to play ball. You know, obviously everybody's willing to play ball if the numbers right, you know what I'm saying? But we got to, you know, I don't know, though. He could get there and be like, well, there's not going to be any, you know, they could make some type of clear rule. And be like, well, there's not going to be more than 25 people here, right?
You'd have to sit down with them beforehand and, like, lay the whole thing
I'm going to
out.
go meet him on Thursday after 5 p.m. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Zach's up to shit, dude.
I mean, you've been talking about doing that this whole time.
Well, I was waiting for the mats because I didn't know when the mats would be here. But now that they're here,
Yeah, the
we're
mats
gonna
came in.
have
That was cool.
they're just
A
chilling.
lot of mats.
They're
That's
waiting.
wild.
They're waiting.
People been hitting me up about mats.
What do they want
Is
to
that
buy?
mat happening or no?
Yeah, he said he's on it.
Oh, nice.
So, I don't know what that means.
That's a
yeah.
cool idea. I don't know.
Yeah, we're trying to
else
make we're trying to make some home mats. You know, a lot of people are busting. Al's place looks beautiful, dude. Al's place.
Oh,
his
shit,
basement. Damn, he like his whole basement looks like a school.
It's a dojo, yeah.
Yeah, he basically has
Is
a
that what you
dojo in his
posted?
basement. Yeah, that was one
Yeah.
of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
The
really
Dojang. I like the white Fujis.
cool. What else is going on? I don't know. The riots pretty much took up a lot of time.
Yeah, I haven't really been thinking about.
Yeah, no.
What have I been doing?
Corona.
Training. There was a
Coronas.
UFC. That was cool.
Oh yeah, the UFC was.
It was all right. Some
It
of
was
the,
all right.
Yeah. I mean,
Caitlin won.
Yeah, the knee bar was nice by Mackenzie.
And Mackenzie
Dern. That was
Dern hit a
cool.
nice knee bar. There were some good knockouts in the prelims, right? I missed some of those.
I
Yeah.
missed some of those. Yeah.
There was a couple.
Gilbert Burns looks good. Dude.
Oh
That
my
guy's tough
god,
as shit.
nasty.
Yeah, holy shit, yeah. Holy shit.
Woodley looked like Woodley.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on. Who knows what's
I mean,
up with
he's kind of reminding me now of like a Johnny Hendricks. You
Yes.
know, like
Yeah,
Hendricks
very
was
much
blasting
so.
people.
Very much so.
And then all of a sudden he got to
Yeah.
the point where he's like still in shape, but is
Yep.
getting tough, and he's just looking for that one big KO punch.
Yeah,
He's
it
afraid
was
to like.
because he was like
He
would
got changed,
He was
yeah.
like
Yeah.
hitting his legs, like you could tell he was trying to wake himself up. Like, hey, you're in a fight, and
Yeah.
it just.
I mean,
he
dude,
had no
Woodley-
excuses
yeah,
afterwards.
I mean, listen, Woodley's been wrestling his whole life. He's training his whole career. I mean, some of those guys eventually just get to the point where if it's not fun anymore, man, it's
Yeah.
fucking hard.
Yeah,
dude.
you're just getting a payday or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Yep, and he's trying to like like
Not-
he was like, oh, I'm coming from a dark place, and you could tell he was trying to find some sort of
Yeah, I'm
a
the
fucking
GOAT.
angle to fucking hold
trying
on
to
to.
minimize him getting KO'd by just staying in there.
Yep, we were in round 3, and I was like, I don't want to see Woodley win. I don't want to watch this again. I'd rather see Burns fuck somebody up or get into a really good fight.
Gilbert
I mean,
Burns
he was
is
taking
thick.
him down, too.
That's a
yeah.
thick-ass boy, dude.
Gary
He's
Tonin
got
tapped
fucking-
him, right? With a heel hook?
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah.
That's crazy. Or is that he has a brother, right? There's Gilbert Burns and there's Herbert
Well, that's
Burns.
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I know, but it's still pretty crazy. The guy's big. I mean, he's got him in a heel hook. Guy's pretty
Dude,
big.
I heel hook my mother, dude. Whatever, I don't know.
Dude, is your
I
mom's
heel hook
not,
a lot of people.
Your mom's not in the heavyweight division.
Also, my mom heel hook, dude. No, it's a super impressive.
That fucking
To
weight
get that
class
guy?
is
To
nasty
get a heel
too.
hook, yeah, on that
like
guy
who are they
is
going to
crazy.
throw him against? Colby, Usman, Gaethje's in there too, or no, Gaethje's not in there. It's Colby, Usman. Who else is left in that?
What's the next fight? The next fight,
Jorge.
Masvidal.
Yeah.
Street Jesus.
Who?
Jorge Masvidal.
Who's he fighting?
No, I'm
I
saying.
don't know, yeah.
What's Masvidal doing?
We don't know. Nothing.
I'm just being awesome.
They haven't made any, he's just
Making
walking
money
around
and
with a
shit.
robe looking like...
Yeah, I love.
Here's
Masvidal.
tequila.
Yeah, he's the man, dude.
I love that guy. Oh.
Yeah, Herb Burns. Burns. Who's he next in that 170? Who would you put him against?
Oh.
The champ is Usman.
Yeah, that's what DC was pushing for. And
he knocked
Bisping
out-
kept saying it's not his time.
Dude, DC, I don't like that DC gets to pick fights. I don't understand why he gets to pick people's fights.
I don't like DC. I don't like...
Bisping was funny announcing. He had a couple of good jokes.
I'm not high on Bisping either, dude.
Well, they're just like, they're
No,
very,
he's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't
they're
enjoy
very
his
like,
commentary.
I'm the heavier champion. I'm a champion from a heavier weight class, so I get to talk about you however I want. Kind of vibes.
They were going back
But
and
they
forth
are
a little
better.
bit.
Yeah.
It was and the other guy sucks. Whoever that other guy is, that vanilla motherfucker who just
Whitey McWhiterson.
Well, that's his job.
stinks.
That's his job.
But they got rid
Get
of
that guy out
They
of
got
there.
rid of the Joe Rogan too, the bald guy,
Yeah.
and that's who should be there.
Oh, I don't want to listen to Joe Rogan too, dude.
Virtually identical.
No, I don't. Joe Rogan is enough. You know what I mean? Joe Rogan's
Virtually
good.
identical.
Let Joe be Joe.
Man, there was one. What was it? Strike Force. I remember there was one Strike Force. It might have been Gina Carano fight where, or maybe it was Fedor, where when they came in, they showed it. It was like kind of like a WWE type like lead in, like almost like a not WWE. WCW like lead in, like when they like came down and they had the announcer. What the guys were on the bottom like regular, and there was one announcer on top in like a scissor lift. You guys remember that? He was like up there for some reason, just in a scissor lift, just talking, and then that guy
Sting.
No, it was at one of the fights, dude. It was like they went to like who was the one guy he had black hair, glasses. He did I forget what the fuck that guy's name is. He did all the Strike Force fights back in the day.
Mario Ranallo?
Yeah. And for
I
some
was just
reason,
gonna say him.
yeah.
He does a great job.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, though, Strike Force don't know what they're doing, so they have him up in a scissor lift, and then they had Jimmy, the other guy, Joe Rogan too,
This
down
is
on
during
the side.
Corona?
No, this is just years ago.
Oh.
They did it for some reason because they didn't know what they were doing, and I remember him just making a comment about him being up in a scissor lift for no reason. But we should get a scissor lift, is what I mean.
For the tournament?
Yeah.
They probably have it in the warehouse.
Yeah.
I'll commentate from the scissor
Yeah,
lift.
exactly.
Hey, put your hand in a
That's what I'm
scissor
saying.
lift.
Yeah, just be like, let's go to JM up in a scissor lift,
Hey,
smoking a
guys.
joint.
Hey,
Like,
guys.
what the fuck's
Jiu-jitsu's
going on
cool.
down there? Yeah.
You definitely wear a sport coat.
Yeah, I'll spice it up.
We got to get a cool venue. That's the thing. Like all those places in New York, that one where we're actually up on top of the place, the Capitale, that shit was dope. Where they had the raised stage.
Capitale's
and you're
the
on
man,
top
dude.
looking down. Sick.
That's the spot right there.
We got to find
It
that.
just sucks because none of those places are gonna fucking open up until they're fucking allowed.
Yeah, we got to do like a
I used
party
to.
or something.
That was awesome.
What, the Capitale?
Fighting at the Capitale back
Yeah.
in the day. That's probably my favorite place to fight. That was sick.
Even the
spot.
jiu-jitsu matches that were dope because you're like everyone's like up top hanging, like
It's
looking
electric,
down on the
dude.
matches. Yeah.
Everybody's there.
You walk in, you're like, oh.
I don't even know.
It's
what
an old
fucking
bank,
venues
right?
You could do.
Yeah, it's like a huge bank that they turn into like a nightclub and they have fights in it or something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. The
We're just gonna have to
Rothschilds.
buy property and turn our own thing.
It's like
Whole
it
venues
looks
there.
gothic and shit. It's like an 1800s bank or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and they have like the colored lights in the corners. Like
You're
going
warming
the
up.
Yep.
drapers,
Upstairs.
Where like a Wesley Snipe movie starts out with vampires.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah.
John Wick style.
You're warming up in like the VIP upstairs area, and guys are like all passed out eating like crazy food.
Yeah.
And it was kickboxing matches, so it was like a kickboxing scene, which is, I don't know, jiu-jitsu scene is way cooler.
different. Yeah.
It's like it's different.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
cool
take
parts
over,
of
like
both.
we can look for an old fucking foreclosed movie theater.
Dude, we can. That's what I was also thinking.
That
like,
was cool.
What about
Where Jokes and Chokes was
yeah.
sick too.
What about I was thinking like what about like the malls? Like wouldn't the mall like who the fuck would I talk to?
Yeah,
Just-
I mean, well, what's his face did that from Lehigh Valley Apparel Creations. Chris, he had a wrestling match. The one,
Yeah, in the
he
mall.
did those like party wrestling match things,
Mm-hmm.
and they rented out like I don't forget what mall it was, but they did it in the evening when those malls are fucking not making any money.
Someone
they put
out
a wrestling
there,
ring in there.
Someone out there got to have a business that's hurting. That's a huge spot that wants to let us have a fight.
I've done weigh-ins for fights at malls and like
yeah,
restaurants.
you'd have like a
Yeah.
I had
total
to do-
80s vibe to
I had to do
it.
a weigh-in at like a restaurant in Philly. Like it was like in a bar. Like people didn't even know why people were naked in the bar. It was like people were eating dinner and there was MMA fighters like weighing in for a
Yeah.
fight the next day. Like wow, it was really weird.
Yeah. One time me and Thad went to weigh in at a weigh-in spot. It was like a hotel and everybody was weighing in at the hotel and people were like coming in and checking in like right at the same time. And just dudes around in their underwear all over the place and you're just like families coming in like what the hell, I couldn't imagine like eating food and like some dudes we got to bring the towel out. He's got to get naked. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, there's awkward weigh-in.
standing on a scale looking
Yeah.
at their food.
Especially people who don't like. I guess it would be cool for we'd at least know what's up with the fights. But imagine if you're just some regular like Gentile and you're out there like.
Yeah, it was odd. They didn't even know. That's different. I'm telling you, these people had no idea why people were naked in front of them. It was crazy. And then it was at King of Prussia Mall. That's where the weigh-in was.
Also, I heard King of
Because
Prussia.
I'm not a bum. I heard they got broken into.
Yeah, King of Prussia Mall is going downtown.
Yeah. What are you getting out of that? Nothing.
Franklin Hills,
That mall
too.
stinks.
Yeah,
There's
Franklin
nothing
Hills.
in the King of Prussia Mall.
Really? What's that one?
Stupid stuff.
Isn't that a huge mall?
No, that's the one where you get all the Gucci and stuff.
Maybe. I know when I was there, it was just stupid. It was like a hamburger
Oh,
place.
You don't like malls?
I do like malls. I was. Everyone's like, go to King of Prussia, and I went there, and I was just like, there's nothing here for me.
What about Franklin Hills?
Well, yeah, you're You're an old man. You don't like shit at the
No,
mall.
when I was younger, you know.
Yeah, dude. King of Prussia when I was a kid was like, bah, look at all this. I had no money.
I was looking for like hair dye and
Zero money.
hot topics.
I will say that though, that there's been a bunch of times where I've been like, let's go to Franklin Hills, and then we go all the way down there, and then we park, and you go through the whole hoopla, and I'm like, oh my god, there's so much shit here, and you walk around, I don't buy anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like a massage store.
But if I was like, but there
you can
was
get a crazy like food object to eat or something, like a football helmet that's made out of something
Mac
or
and
whatever.
cheese.
You know what I mean? You can make some crazy.
I just remember there was a diner. There was like a diner inside there, and then a bunch of shit that I was like, I don't know.
I went to a field trip to see a tour of QVC, and then we went to King of Prussia Mall. That was pretty baller, dude.
what's that QVC?
QVC? That's in Pennsylvania, dude. You didn't know that? The Home Shopping Network. That's all. That was like in Pennsylvania, I think.
We should try and run like
Their headquarters is in
a
Pennsylvania.
QVC where we just sell our merch on it, like do late night TV.
That's next level of our business, dude. We need to
Yeah.
have
Just be like,
kids
all
from
right.
other schools coming to tour our shit.
Yeah.
That's
true.
how successful we need to be. I want kids of
Yeah.
buses of elementary school kids coming to take a tour of Zach and JM's dojo.
Yeah, we'll have to set up like ropes. People are like, what are all these ropes
And
for?
this
Be
is
like,
where-
Yeah, there's a tour today.
walk them through.
This is where JM does pull-ups at the pull-up bar.
There's a tour today. There's a bunch of kids standing around, just like, they're just watching like Thor and Ryan with like no shirts on wrestle and stuff. And they're like, oh, what's going on over there? Well, actually,
That's secret training.
Andrew's like smoking a one hitter like in the or the vape pen. They
like
open it
weed.
up. Yeah, like he's like, oh shit! Like I could see him waking up. Like, hello.
Hey
up quick.
kids, stay in school.
Yeah, just trying to like, hey guys, come in. I could see that totally happening. Be like, all right, guys, break it up. Remember in those old Simpsons in the back, every time they'd call Mo, they'd be like, hey, Mo, we know what you're up to. And he'd be like, all right, I'll take care of it. Then he'd go back, he'd have like some type of animal in the back, like pandas or whatever.
Yeah, the panda one.
He'd be like, all right, get rid of the pandas. They're on to us. Then they had the whale back there.
Yeah.
They were just like spraying it down.
Just looks sad.
Yeah. He's always into some crazy shit.
I forgot they used to do that.
Yeah, they always used to bust him on that. Like in the back of behind the bar, they were always doing some crazy stuff. Now would be a good time to like buy a business of some sort. The hardest thing I think with the restaurants is getting the liquor license. I don't really know what's that all about. Like only certain areas get liquor license, because I know if you want to buy a new one,
I think you can't get a liquor license, and then a place has to have a liquor license, or you have to buy a liquor license from somebody. And if they're selling it to you, it's like buku bucks.
It's buku bucks no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like,
But if you have to like buy it privately from someone who has a liquor license, like you're gonna fucking pay for it. I don't know. Schubert's Bakery just went for sale in Nazareth with a house above it. I'm gonna go look at it Wednesday.
Oh shit!
I don't think I'm gonna do anything with it, but I want to walk it.
yeah,
Dude, Schubert's is the man.
yeah, why not? That would be, dude. That
But
would be
there's
cool,
an
man.
oven there. All the bake equipment's there, and I'm like, oh man, you could do a sandwich shop right away.
Yeah, you could do also
Make
donut
moves.
place, right? You
Yeah.
could probably put some stuff
Yeah,
in there.
you could
Bagels,
do you could do a lot out of it. I don't
vegan-
know.
like a vegan treats even type deal. Bacon edibles, finishers edibles, or
Coming soon. Yeah, I just saw it yesterday. I've been looking to move the studio. I saw a
That's
couple
really cool.
places that
Yeah, vegan treats is the man, huh?
they
Yeah.
kill it.
They're like top dog.
we go there probably. It's been less now, but I was going there like once a week. Just
Yeah, that's
cruise
like a
to pick
normal
up,
stop
yeah.
for people.
It's really good.
It's
They
good.
have good
They
stuff,
ship
and they change it
everywhere,
up
too.
Yeah. They change it up. Everyone likes the cakes, but I don't like the cakes as much as the other stuff. The ice cream is bomb. They always make bomb ass ice cream. I don't know if the kids are saying bomb anymore. They also the cookies and we haven't gotten cannolis in a while, but the cookies and the donuts that they make are off the chain.
All right, I gotta try those.
Yeah, the donuts are good, not the
I always
jelly
get the
ones.
cinnamon
but
rolls.
Cinnamon rolls are fucking good, dude.
You know where you
So
need to
good.
go is ANS Foods in Wyckoff, New Jersey. That dude I follow, Mind Machine.
Okay.
That is the best Italian fucking food I've ever had.
I saw that. You were hyped.
Oh,
You were
dude.
really excited
Dude.
about that.
Dude.
I was
Well,
like,
let's
this place must be good.
He's coming on the show probably next week, or I gotta iron it out with him. But he gave me a ball of mozzarella was like, he hooked me up. He just kept giving me shit. And he gave me this ball of mozzarella like that big. It was made that day. I cut it and milk is just pouring out of it. It was the best mozzarella I've ever had. It melted in your fucking mouth. It was nuts.
Damn, so he makes his own mozzarella?
He makes everything from scratch.
Wow,
It was his father's store.
That's gangster shit.
They do the porchetta from scratch. I think his only day off is Mondays.
That's awesome.
It was fucking good. It's worth the drive. I went down with a buddy of mine.
I'm so pissed Horns went out of business when I worked there. It was right before I was going to learn to cook. I was like literally moving my way. I was the fucking piece of shit dishwasher, and then I was prepping, and then like they actually started giving me real shit to do.
It's all like if I picked that spot up and just made burgers and breakfast sandwiches and fucking I could make whatever fucking schedule I want, and the place would be packed. There's no fucking food in this town.
There you go.
There's no fucking food in this town.
I'm telling you, dude.
There you go.
We've been saying
it's
it.
pizza.
Dude,
it's just pizza. I could literally
forever.
open for fucking 3 hours a day and be like, this is what I have, and this is how much I have, and it'll be gone if you don't come in here.
I was talking to I've been talking to Kat about this a lot, and she is such a great cook already, and she's been wanting to do something on her own forever, and she's just like most people who didn't start something when they were like babies like us or kids, and did stuck with something their whole life. It's tough, like cooking and stuff. It's something you get into when you're young, but unless you go to school for it and you want to get a job at a place as a cook, it's tough. Or you just eventually have to say, get a bunch of experience, kind of formulate your idea, I guess, and then just say fuck it and open up a place. Like some of the guys, the most successful dudes that I know around here, they bought a already existing place and just changed it around. Yeah. Like the Bayou, for
instance. You know what you're doing,
like
that's really good.
I love the Bayou.
If Kat got into a spot like that, and it all depends. I'm going to walk through it from the pictures. From the Realtor website, it doesn't look like the place is in bad shape because they had a TV show come in and redo the inside. They had some dumb bakery bullshit where like they come in and they're like, "We're gonna save your business."
John Taffer,
similar.
We're gonna break the books down. Similar. There's a horse in the bar.
Yeah, it's the best one. So like they had the whole front of it's been redone, and then I think it was one of those where the people changed it back and were like, "Your idea was dumb."
Yeah.
So the equipment's there. I don't know how much of a shithole. The upstairs looks like the house would need a lot of work, but if you could get into a spot like that, and you knew what you were doing.
Well, think about the Horns, dude. They didn't have a liquor license.
No.
It was BYO, and they were the only ones that
A lot
had
of stuff
the
is
cool
BYO,
coffee.
Yeah.
They had the
They were
really
the
good
first.
coffee around here.
They were the first. The breakfast sandwiches.
That job was the man,
Were
dude.
the first in this area. The burgers,
Right, the breakfast
Dude,
sandwiches.
They were the first to doing the farm to table bullshit, and they had all the fucking stuff on the wall.
Yep.
The guy had to explain to me that he was like, "Look, the sausage is pink because we got it today."
Yeah.
And like, there's no preservatives.
Dude,
like
listen,
this is
dude,
all.
I used to
farm
play
to
so-
table.
I think I got
saw
paid
that.
I think I got paid like 10 an hour maybe, and then I had free food.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yep.
It was perfect.
I knew that guy for a long time. He was a nut. He's nuts. Like when we were back in the day, we played on a softball team. I was playing softball, and he was, I'm opening up a bit. This is long after I quit. He was like, "Yeah, I'm opening up a business."
Well, I
was
got
like,
that
"You guys
job
gotta
there
come
'cause of
through."
you.
Yeah, well, he used to run a place in the Allentown Farmers Market. Out of nowhere, he just took over someone else's business that was selling seafood.
Yeah.
And he called it was it Holy Mackerel or something like that? And he was selling all types of shit. And then he was like, "I want to get out of it. It's too much of a weird business, but I want to open up my own restaurant." And I've been thinking about it for a while. I was like, "Yeah, man, that'd be awesome." I remember having a conversation about it. And then just like how we did our shit years later, I just missed him for a while. I didn't see him, and all of a sudden, boom, the Horns was running. I was like, "Damn!" And I went there, and that's where I took Kat there. I think when I first met her.
Oh, shit.
And then you went. We went back there, and we were like, "Yo, let's." See what's up with this guy. We both didn't have jobs at the time, and we would wake up one day a week and just go somewhere and just put yourself out there and talk to people. We'd go to random malls, strip malls, downtown areas, and just try to start a cult basically. And we were just handing out flyers and how many students you got? Dom, remember you met Dom? Dominic James, big dude, bald beard.
Mm-hmm.
You met him there. He was working at
Tilly's,
yeah. And he was like, "Oh, jiu-jitsu? I've been wanting to get into that." And then we went down to Bethlehem. We were handing shit out. We were posting up flyers. And then we went into the Horns. And he was like, hey, one of you guys want to get a job or something here? You know, I could use a dishwasher. And he was like, I'll do it. And that dude was just, I mean, dude, he was drinking all day. He
Oh, it was a fun job.
Yeah,
dude. I had
yeah.
a great time.
He was just smoking.
I had a great time.
He would smoke blunts out back in the thing. Like when the first day we went there, he's like, "Come on, I was just rolling something up. Let's go outside." And we're like,
That was like, that was back in the day too.
"Okay." I was like, "There's people inside like eating breakfast and stuff." It just-
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck, and obviously that's why he's out of business.
Yeah. I remember when that
That's not
restaurant.
why. That's not.
No, not why.
That wasn't the worst part.
No. He not about the weed. He just
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck. That's why he's out of business. It's
Dude,
about life
it was a
and
sick
everything.
restaurant.
Yeah, it was.
I remember
the most
when
gangster.
I remember when that opened, and my buddy was like, "Dude, there's finally something with like legit fucking food."
Yeah,
It was gangster.
It was really good, dude.
It was
Yeah.
gangster.
I
haven't eaten
was
anywhere like
I
there.
was so excited I would bring people there, and they had the fries in the cup. They were ahead of everybody, man. They were
Yeah.
ahead of everybody. This was before Two Rivers was open. This was before anywhere that you say is the best fucking burger. Like that place had the best burger, the best fucking breakfast sandwiches. It had the-
Vegetarian,
had-
vegan
Yep.
options.
He
Yeah.
had like 3 chefs in the back cooking all the shit. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
They
And they
de-
were
they
gangsters. They
definitely-
would look like Action Bronson in the back.
Yeah.
It was
they
awesome.
definitely knew what the fuck they were doing there.
How did he know
It's a
those
shame.
dudes?
I was washing dishes just in the back, like
From working in different
Didn't they
restaurants.
just start you to? They just started. Getting
I was
you to-
moving up. Yeah, I was like doing deliveries. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad gig at all.
You meet people like for instance, like when
And then the muscle maker I worked at got busted for selling coke or whatever.
and having a whole bunch of guns. Yeah.
when you work in the food industry
Illegal ones.
like that,
I'm always washing dishes.
I could open a spot and call 3 people, and I could be like, "Hey, man, I'll pay you correct. You want to help me run this?" Like if I ever opened anything,
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be cooking at all.
Hit me up, dude. I'll come cook with you.
I really think, because I don't know about this, man, but I want to be involved in it. But I really think you and Kat should get together on some shit, man. I really think you guys she could run one part of it, you run another part. And like
I'm eventually going to do it.
And like I said, she has like the same, kind of idea. Like, first of all, you want to have a spot that has different hours than most people, but you could literally be open for a few hours at night.
Yeah.
And that's all you would need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really all
I
you
would
would need.
completely revolve the pay and the hours around the employees, which would keep them there, pay them correct, make their lives better, give them something to look forward to, and then you find loyal people that want to be in that business, and you take care of them, and then that's how the fucking restaurant stays open.
And then eventually,
There's
if you
nothing
can,
to do with what I want to do.
And then you throw it all away on some hooker. You know?
well,
Throw it all,
or
something.
before you do that, you get someone else to manage
After
your
that,
business.
that's
Yeah.
the plan. Yeah, before
Yeah.
that. Right. After that, but before that.
Got to get someone to manage your business. Then you get like,
Yeah.
good to do.
I know everything wrong with fucking restaurants. I've worked in a million of them, and most
Yep.
of it's the owners not taking care of the fucking employees.
Yeah.
Dude, he would get shit like would you have like certain, like if you had a place, you would get your supplies from certain people or what? You already know where you would get your shit?
I would start looking into it. I mean, I would probably go local with a lot of stuff. I would just start hitting friends up. Like my buddy does competition barbecue. He gets his shit through butchers, and like just learning since I've left there. Like like you can make your own hamburger by like if you go to a butcher, you can tell them put this, and that in it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like dial it in to like get your own fucking shit.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, he would get like sick deliveries in. Like I'd be working in the back and he'd get like
probably a lot of stuff from the
just
city.
fucking thing.
from
Yeah, it was
Philly.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Definitely,
yeah, he had to.
definitely wouldn't have got I'm not getting my bread around here unless somebody's making it. But I would find connections that way.
No one lives here. No one really sticks around and lives here. That's awesome. If they're really awesome, they leave.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get a good look at a bull's ass by sticking your head up there, but you might want to take the butcher's word for it. You know what I mean? That's from Tommy Boy.
Yep. Doesn't he say it wrong?
Yeah, he
first?
says it wrong like a million times. He's like, you can get a good look at a butcher's ass if you just stick your head up there. He's like, what? He's like, I mean,
That's a
the
great
bull.
movie. That's
the
a
bull.
great fucking
yeah.
movie.
So many, so many lines.
Tommy
in that
Boy.
one.
And what was the other one?
David
they did
Spade's still
together?
killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took Chris Farley in the beginning. He's upside down. They're holding him up, and he
Yeah.
takes a bong hit,
Yep.
and he just goes wombat for no reason.
Smashes into the table.
Oh yeah, the classic table smash. He just goes down. That was so good. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. What about like for instance, Terrafauna? You know them, Terrafauna Farms. We got a like a half share there. Cat goes. We go to the farm.
Yeah, I
and then
saw
she gets
that.
a whole bunch of shit. I mean, that you could easily do that. Just go to
Yeah,
the local
yeah.
farms, local eggs,
Yeah.
local fucking.
I
you
would.
know.
I would.
Yeah, because they had that
I
on
would.
the thing. They were like,
Yeah,
this.
that's
I
what
would
I'm saying.
100% do farm fresh eggs. When my buddy got chickens and I started making breakfast sandwiches with the eggs he gives me, it's
different.
Totally different.
Yeah, you can
totally
tell.
different. There's nothing put in it. Like you have more room to play with like flipping the egg because it's not pumped with shit and like when you buy the shit from the store, like if you do something wrong, everything falls apart.
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
ones
know,
from the
yeah.
farm is like I was like, holy shit! I'm like, what the fuck are they
hangs-
putting
yeah.
in these fucking eggs? They're all watered down and fucking runny and gross.
Well, we've been trying to stay away from the grocery store as much as possible. So we have this other thing called Thrive Market. It's actually cheaper. It's like, foods that you buy from there, same shit. Like if you wanted to get gluten-free
shipped to you?
pretzels or whatever, yeah, they just ship it to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking into that. Shopping is what it's
Yeah.
turned into and what it's
sucks.
going to be.
It sucks.
I loved shopping. I would go to Wegmans at like
yeah, it's
9
fucked
o'clock
up.
at night, high, walk around, figure out what I want. Ruin. I'm not wearing a fucking mask. I can't breathe. I'm sweating more than my overweight ass is
Yeah, it's a
already.
chore.
Yeah.
I don't even like the stuff that they have there. It's always the
45.
same crap. So this at least gives you different options, and all the stuff's either organic or whatever, and it's cheaper than it would be at the store. So that's cool. So you might as well just order the shit.
What do they do? Ship it or is it pickup?
Yeah, no, they ship it.
Yeah.
And then we've been trying to get on that list for that butcher box so we can get food from there too. But
Yeah.
there is that
That's
other
a wait
one.
list on that?
Yeah, it's like a wait list, dude. And then there's another one.
There's a couple local butchers that are
That's a good-
solid.
that's
the
a
one
good
in
business.
Hellertown.
With a wait list.
Breakaway Farms. That's another like a farm, organic, grass-fed meat.
Yeah. You
around
go to a
there.
farmer's market and find all the hookups too.
Yeah. Well, we used
Oh,
to go
word?
to. Yeah, we used
So
to.
like the one. What about the one on
Even the one
Stefco?
even the one in Nazareth has they have butchers that will come up and sell meat.
Stefco? You mean Valley Farm Market?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Valley Farm Market? I mean, they probably have some
They
stuff
have
there.
legit stuff there. It's not anything like going to an actual butcher or like
Right, but Valley Farm
one up
Market,
here.
Yeah,
Valley
but-
Farm Market is better than Wegmans and Giants.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because they're like
Wow,
it's
Valley
less
Farm
stuff.
is better than Wegmans.
Their meat, I think. Yeah, for sure. But you know what though? It's crazy there, and it's always a lot of shit bought out now.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's like minimums. I want to. It's like, dude, fuck that. I'm buying a Traeger and I'm getting shit.
I want a
shipped to me.
Traeger so bad. There's so
Herf
many
got
people
one, it's
pushing
sick,
fucking
dude.
Traegers.
Herf got one. It's like I'm not gonna wait till I buy a place though. I don't need it
Yeah,
now.
no,
I'll
I'm
just-
not fucking locking a Traeger up
Yeah, I
outside of this fucking place.
Or me
Yeah,
just
they're
just a
nice.
house
They're
in the
nice.
back.
People steal those.
Yeah.
Them
Oh
shits.
my god,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Trailer Park
yeah.
Boys, they just steal barbecues for like 6 episodes.
I never got
like
into
a whole
Trailer
season
Park
of
Boys.
barbecue stealing.
and yeah, that and dude, you never got into Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Start from the
Wow.
beginning. It's so funny,
Dude, I used to be living in the school
Stupid,
watching
but it's
that, and I
funny,
would
yeah.
get dumber watching.
I
it.
need a new show too.
Bubbles, just smoking bongs all the time. Yeah, dude. That's
The old episodes are great.
Yeah, the old
They're
ones.
all good. They're all good.
And they did like 10 movies or something, right? They were like
Those guys
10
should be
different, like,
millionaires. I hope those
small
guys are,
movies.
I hope those guys are paid forever.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing fine. What else is new? That's
Unless
pretty much.
they're getting that John Jones money.
Dude, John Jones should get his money though, for real. He could go down as like an Ali one day.
Yeah, what
you know
happened?
what I mean? Like,
He wanted a super fight with Francis, and then from what he said is he wanted money. He didn't say how much. Then Dana White publicly said he's asking for fucking $30 million Deontay Wilder money. And then Jones went back and was like, "Yo, that wasn't the conversation at all. I didn't demand any money. We just talked. Why are you lying?" And then it's been, as soon as somebody says that shit to Dana, then it's just Dana trying to bury him. So
I
then,
think John Jones,
So then the last.
should.
After the last fight, they brought it up. The news was like, what's going on with you and John Jones? And he's like, well, John Jones wants to be paid. He's like, John Jones ain't selling pay-per-views.
Right.
And he's like, John Jones is saying I tarnished his legacy. He's like, that's what he did. And he's just like, unless he's selling numbers, he ain't getting paid. And he's like, so then Jones was like, fuck off. I'm vacating the
Right,
title.
he needs an opponent that'll get numbers for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anybody.
That's
I mean,
what
the
he said.
Ngannou
He-
fight would bring numbers,
Yes.
wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Not fighting. I don't even know the guys' names that he's been fighting.
Why would you
Reyes
fight
and
Ngannou for what you're regularly
some
getting
other
paid?
guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight Ngannou for more money.
Yeah.
He's a way better fighter
The
than
regular
Deontay
pay.
Wilder.
I'd be like, dude, for me to jump up to heavyweight and,
Yep.
and possibly lose a fight against
Pay
some
him.
big ass
Pay
I
dude.
know
him.
guys that fight in the UFC, they make
Million.
$3 grand to fight.
Yeah.
But you fight in the UFC, so you get it. You're in the UFC.
Yeah.
But 3 Gs.
And they're also not John Jones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're a pro boxer, you make more than 3 Gs in
yeah.
the Valley.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Exactly.
is the UFC. You're making $3 grand.
And then Dana White was like, "Look, man, if you would have played your cards correctly, you would be the LeBron James of MMA and be sponsored
He
by
is
Nike."
the LeBron James of it. He is.
See, I
that.
think his point was like, if you wouldn't have fucked up so bad, your value.
Dude, he's still John Jones.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Dana White fucks hookers and gambles and
He
shit.
shouldn't be able
Like,
to.
you know what I mean? Like, who
So
the fuck is he to judge John Jones?
Yeah, I know what you're
Dana
saying.
White's the man, but I don't think he should be able to do
I don't
Right,
think they
Dana
pay,
White's the man.
I
I'm
don't
not-
think they pay the fighters correctly at all.
But But he shouldn't
don't
be.
mean
Yeah,
that.
he shouldn't be able to dictate all that stuff. He's just mad at John Jones and he lashes out at people
Yeah,
because he's
yeah,
got to be a
yeah.
bully like that.
And
Right.
then they'll
I'm
get
just
on
a
the
fan,
phone,
yeah.
and then this will be cleared up, and they'll pay him.
Well, they better pay him though because he deserves it. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't take dude. I'm on the side of everybody, but I'm not going to take because everyone has valid points. But I'm not taking anything less than $1 million to fight Ngannou. Fuck that. He's huge.
The other thing too is like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? Jones doesn't.
If
do
he's not getting
pay-per-views.
paid $1 million,
I'm
that's
always
bullshit.
excited for those fucking. You know, it's always a big fight with John Jones.
But isn't that what the fight game's about? You pay the guys the money,
Yeah.
and they're guaranteed to fight. So they make, okay, if I go and I show up this night, I make the money, I got to put all this work before, but because there's a big payday waiting, I make the walk and I try my hardest. But then because all this is going down and there's an opportunity for a big fight to happen, people buy the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
You know, but if you put out junk fights, no one cares.
Yeah.
And it's just the truth.
I don't care about anybody in that division fighting John Jones at all. Go to heavyweight.
Yeah, how pumped up is John Jones to fight Dominic Reyes?
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, he said, he goes, all right. He goes, take the belt for me, and he goes, set up the Izzy fight next year, and I'll wait. I don't give a fuck.
I was
He's
getting
like, pay me for that.
Think about this. I was getting like other offers to do different tournaments, and I did a bunch to stay busy. But then, like towards the end, I started being like, oh, they'd be like, hey, do you want to fight this guy and whatever? I'd be like, nah. I don't. That doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
Like if I want to get pumped up to try to fight somebody or at least do jiu-jitsu against them, I'm just bored fighting Like, do you want to go against this leg lock guy again? I'm like, nah. Not really.
Who's left in that
You know?
division that would be even anything for him?
John Jones.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, heavyweight, dude. I think.
Yeah,
him and
it's got to
Ngannou.
be heavyweight or, I mean, dude, even boxing, even to see John Jones, Deontay Wilder, that would make more. Whatever.
Who wins, Jones or Ngannou? What do you think he does to him? Takes him down,
I
beats him
think
up?
John Jones wins that fight. I mean, he's not gonna. John Jones is gonna front kick him right in the chest,
Bunch of times, yeah.
Not gonna let him touch
Kick
him.
his knee out and stuff.
and I don't see Ngannou putting up against the fence and giving Jones a problem because he's gonna bum rush him. I don't think John Jones is gonna just
When
let
they
him
tie up,
I don't
yeah.
think John Jones is gonna freeze in front of him and get hit.
I'll have to go back and watch the Stiopic fight again, too. I mean,
He's
what
gonna
did he do?
keep him away, and then
Or the
Ngannou's gonna have to
Derek
rush
the
in,
Derek
and they're
Brunson
wrestling.
fight.
John Jones is gonna win that. He's way better martial artist.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, I would think so, too.
I mean, Ngannou can rip his head off, but I mean, Stipe beat Ngannou, right?
That's what I was saying.
Out wrestled Ngannou, and he's a boxer. He ain't even
Yeah.
a wrestler.
He just, like, would take him down raw because he's also big as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not right. I mean, Ngannou looked
Like a turtle on his back.
Ngannou looked ridiculous at this last fight. He's probably getting really
Yeah.
good really fast.
But it didn't look like he was in the pocket.
It'd
Looked
be
like
cool.
he was just,
It'd be a cool fight to
It's
see.
a great time to
Scary,
put them
though, yeah.
against each other.
Right.
John Jones' shit, that fucking division's boring. Fucking Francis, they're such a holdup with Stipe.
Listen, they put that fight
Let's
together,
go.
and he beats Ngannou too in some crazy fashion and puts him down. Everybody forgets about all that other shit.
That's why boxing has like the different titles, and they're getting fights through.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
in the
yeah.
heavyweight, they get more
Yep.
fights off because
Yep.
the angles
They got-
make more sense
yeah.
for their fighters. You know, it's tailored to the fighter. Boxing is meant. You know, boxing's been around way longer, and
Yeah.
fighters reap the benefits of that.
Yeah.
Like UFC isn't. You know, they're not looking out for fighters. They're looking out for their bottom line.
Paying that $4 bill back.
But that's just what it is. If I was a fighter, yeah, you gotta. I mean, that'd be my big issue. I'd be like, yo, I should be getting more.
Especially if you're on a level of him where technically he
Yeah,
has
there should
no
be like a
fucking losses.
UFC. Like there should be like a UFC diet or something because there's tiers to that UFC, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it was weird too. There'll be fights where like a guy who's just been in UFC a long time gets paid way more, who's way on the downcline, but they've been there forever, and like a guy who's really
Right, been with
guy
the
up and
UFC
coming-
for a long time,
Yeah, the
right.
guy who's up and coming doesn't get paid dick, but he just knocked out Nogueira for the 8th time, but he's still getting paid 400 to 500 grand. And the other guy's only getting paid like
Yeah.
25,000 or something.
The show and
It's
win money
fucked up,
situation
yeah.
is stupid
It's
too.
fucked up.
Like, okay, if you literally double your money, so then when you lose a shit decision, like Cheeto and like
Yeah.
all these people getting robbed
Yeah, these are
decisions,
terrible decisions.
like you're
lately.
robbing people of half of their purse.
Even on the last card, they gave somebody a unanimous, and I was like, "What?" Like his fucking ass beat the first round.
Well, how about the one night it was weeks ago. It was like one was 30-27 red corner, and one's 30-27 blue corner, and the other one's a draw. It's like, okay, somebody is fucking watching the fight, or someone is
Or
Well,
someone's
that's
just
just
making
a draw.
money on
Yeah, it's just a
gambling.
draw.
yeah. one gave it to the other guy all
There's
three rounds.
politics
Yeah.
too. The UFC, if they don't like a champion, they're not going to make it easy for him to become champion.
It is really tough. Like I was
Yeah.
saying this before, the one guy too, the judges is all, I mean, the one guy, the guy, he's an old karate guy. So he gave the fight to Michelle Watterson,
Yeah, it's crazy.
and then the other guy was like a wrestling guy. And then he gave the fight to the other girl because it was two different fights, two different, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm losing it. I don't know what I need.
I'll ask you when we get off. I was gonna ask you what time you're teaching tonight. That was just on
7:30.
impulse.
7:30, I think it is. This week we've been running small classes and stuff. We're just running with that. Next week we're starting up like a more regular adult class. And then a couple of weeks we'll have our kids class
I
back.
just teach jujitsu.
Nature is healing. And
Dude, we're training hard, bro.
yeah,
I'm training
things
like a
coming
maniac.
back.
We're doing EBIOT. That jiu-jitsu overtime tournament's gonna be sick.
Got a bunch of
When is
shout
that
out
again?
to July 19th will be in El
Grace
Paso.
is fighting
yeah.
Danielle Kelly. July
Ah.
19th. That's a sick match. And yeah, we're gonna be there to watch that go down.
Yep.
I
that's
might,
gonna be
if someone gets their back broken or something in OT, I might get thrown in there. You never know.
Get it?
Yeah,
You
Jay,
never know.
Yeah, you would definitely be first string of people who are there.
Yeah, I'm everybody's stepson, dude. Come on, bro. Let me in that
Yeah,
shit.
but you don't get hurt because then they'll fucking ask me, and I'm not doing shit, dude.
Dude,
I'm
just
Like, I'm
OT
over
sounds
here
cool.
making edibles,
I would
bro.
do it. Yeah, I would. Do
Just
that, dude,
OT
yeah.
is cool.
They'll have to come get me from behind the dumpster out back to be like, "Yo, let's go. You're in."
Zach, you're up.
No,
You're with the
no,
guy
I
from
retired.
Horns.
I retired.
Yeah, you're good. You good. You got that last team tournament. That was sick, dude. Like that's running jiu-jitsu. That was like I mean, I'm sure MMA fighters are watching that shit. Like, how many people?
It's got
How many
1,000
MMA
views
fighters
on it.
watch jiu-jitsu? Like, do they watch IBJJF or do they watch sub only? Like,
I mean, dude, if you didn't watch that last finishers was crazy, dude. We had some gangsters.
There
in
was
that
no
shit.
heel hooks.
Team tournaments.
there was no heel hooks. Dude, we're gonna have to start going back to banning heel hooks because guys just don't want to do anything else but heel hooks.
You got to get another one going. They're so exciting to go to.
Like, who cares? Like the heel. Like, if
Exactly.
you get heel hooked, who gives a shit? Vinny Magalhaes is one of the best ever, and he's not.
Can I go
He's
in the
getting
lift
heel
with you?
What?
Uh,
The
in the
next
lift.
finishers? Can I go up in the
Yeah, and the
skylift?
scissor lift. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I,
gonna be
can
drugs
you
and
put that-
alcohol.
can you
You know?
put- yeah.
No, I'm fucking around.
I'll bring
Whatever.
it.
If you're in the lift is like international waters. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Good
it's-
call.
But you're
no
up
masks
high.
up there.
You're
Yeah.
up high.
No
and
mask.
No one can really see everything.
Can you put that in?
Heat
the,
rises.
like when you're talking to him, be like, "Hey, you don't have a scissor lift, do you?
Yeah. Does your sub only tournament have
Get
a
a
scissor
get a
lift?
Lizer sponsor."
But yeah, I know what you're saying. There were like 3 dudes who bitched, and I publicly flamed them. And they tried to hit me. And then really what happened to those 3 guys is they ended up coming in my DMs and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to." Listen, dude, I don't care about your opinion. We have our own tournament. If you want to run a tournament with heel hooks and it's boring, have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
whatever. Do whatever you want.
Just listen.
We're allowed
our,
to think stuff.
Our team, when we have the 16-man tournament for money, there'll be heel hooks. When we have single super fight matches, there'll probably be heel hooks, unless both of you guys for some reason don't want them. But I don't understand that. But when we have the team tournaments, 5-on-5, there's no heel hooks. Okay. And for anyone who said it would have been more exciting, my ass. It would have been way less exciting. Would a different team have won? Maybe.
Dude, no one. I don't
It would have
see
been
anyone
boring.
freaking out. Like certain leg locks, yes, are like they're crazy. Where you're like, whoa. But most people, like, I don't. To me, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's not that exciting to see 2 dudes blowing each other's knees out. I
Yeah,
could care
I don't-
less.
I don't care.
Like one
Like-
guy's not going to tap, and then he gets the other guy, and they're both hurt. Ooh,
Dude,
you,
sick. That guy let his leg break.
Yeah,
Like,
you
what?
won a super fight.
What are we doing, dude?
You won a super fight.
I'm not letting
So
my
what?
legs break.
Our team tournament was so cool, and I'm not just saying that because I won the whole thing at the end.
It was cool.
But it was fucking cool.
That was storytelling. That's what that was. That was
yeah.
straight up.
A lot of
perfect.
people asked me too. A lot of people were like, "Oh man, like you were the man. You were just like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna run this shit. I'm running it. Let's go." I was like, that's not how it went down. I was like, I was on the side hoping they wouldn't pick me, and
But you get the benefit of that, right?
yeah.
You get the benefit
I was like,
of that.
oh man. I was like, okay, so Ricky versus Sherman were the last 2 guys, and I could tell Sherman was just not wanting to engage, and they're like, fuck it. Either
Yeah.
Zach or Gabe are tired. Let's take it to the OT and see what happens. As opposed to, Ricky, I don't know about that match. Like Eric Sherman just looked like he was heavy collar tying him, not wanting to engage, and Ricky was taking him down in the crowd and shit. So then I was like, all right, it's gonna be one of us. You know what I mean? Like, you saw that, right? They were like diving into the crowd. He took him
was
down
crazy.
like 3 times, and Eric's like, "Come on, let's go." I'm like, "What,
Yeah,
dude? Fucking
people-
grapple him, then." You know what I mean?
The first thing I come home and I see everybody. The first thing that everyone says to me when I get off the plane is, "Dude, you would have punched Eric Sherman if you were there."
Yeah.
I was like, "Really? What
Well,
happened?"
it's
Because
just-
I was on a plane back from Iceland,
That's right.
and when he won the whole thing, I was watching on my phone.
Yeah, and I love Eric, but I know what he was doing. He was just trying to intimidate Ricky to do something
Yeah,
dumb.
I think Preet told me that, so don't take it too
Yeah,
personally.
no. He was trying to.
You know what I mean? Like, it was
no,
pretty-
he's that type of grappler. But if you would have been in there with him and he would have been disengaging with you, you would have been pissed. You know, you would have had to give him the donkey guard, or you would have been like, "What the fuck,
Yeah.
dude? Let's grapple." Turn it into combat jiu-jitsu. But I know why he was doing it. A strategy. You know, they had their whole setup over there, and they were like, "Hey, man, let's not engage this last one, take it to OT, and then we'll because they got guys that are really good at OT. You
Yeah.
know, they're like Frank Rosenthal's a beast. I didn't want to go against him in OT. He's always jockeying for position. You can't hold him, and he's got his escapes. You know, he took it.
Well,
Him and Keith
look
went
at
at it.
Wagner and Craig last night. You saw
Yeah.
how Wagner didn't give a fuck. The
Yeah,
ref had
yeah.
no idea.
Yeah,
The ref
I know,
is a total
yeah.
clown. Get him out.
Yeah, that
Get him
ref
out.
sucks,
Get
dude.
him out. Get him out of there.
They should have me
I'm
on
sick
that
of
shit.
it.
Yeah.
That's why do you leave a ref like that in there?
I mean, Chael Sonnen's an idiot, dude, for having
No,
that.
he's not. Chael Sonnen's a man,
having
dude.
that ref, dude.
But the ref,
Yeah.
he owes that guy a favor. That guy's
got pictures
That guy's
of
got
him.
dirt on Chael. He has to. He has to. There's no way that guy don't got dirt on Chael. That guy's the worst at OT. Like, you gotta sit him up. Like, but Craig did something real smart. Like, Wagner was pulling him back and he kept arguing.
Mm-hmm.
That's jiu-jitsu right there. Like, the whole argument with the ref because Craig was talking to him, and then
Well, I think Craig
when
Jones.
they say go, Craig went right to the leg press with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it was smart how he played it. I was like, oh shit.
Craig Jones has learned, because if you go back and watch the ADCC match between him and what's the dude's name? Hiberio. Fuck. What's the one? Jande. He watched the match between him and Jande Hiberio. The whole match was Jande Hiberio disengaging and not wanting to try to pass. Craig Jones playing Z-guard on the opposite side. And then finally, he comes up on a single, gets to a body lock, and they go out of Jande Hiberio runs out of bounds.
Right.
So they should have brought him back onto the knees in a body lock, but instead he just tried to stand and act
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
didn't speak English.
Right.
Then the ref speaks Russian, so he's trying to, and you could hear Lachlan Giles like, "Craig, this is not a time to be fucking nice, man. Grab the tight waist," and he just won't. He won't let him put his grip together. And then finally the ref just says go, and he just gets out of it, and then he takes Craig Jones down and he
Right.
loses by 2. And he's like, well. You know, that was between 3rd and 4th at ADCC and a couple G's when you're a broke jiu-jitsu guy. So I think he's like, you know what?
Right.
I'm learning.
Right.
You know what I mean? We learned that lesson with Thor when we were up in thing. I should have fucking shut that whole tournament down and just fist fought the guy in the middle of the whole thing and not let that happen. We wouldn't have had to have that. Thor lost a match to Taza because, you know, we let the whole fuckery go on all day, and me and JM were just so confident, and Thor just trashing
Holy
everybody.
shit, he was trashing
We were just like,
everyone.
by like the 3rd round, when I saw Laurie get screwed over and I saw screw jobs start happening, I started thinking,
Yeah.
man, I should just start a problem here. But he was like murdering guys, like breaking
Yeah, we
guys'
weren't putting up a
arms
fight because we didn't think they could even take it from him.
Yeah.
And then, wow, they fucked it because he
Yeah.
had to fight like 4 extra fights.
Yeah.
I think Taza had like 4 fights and Thor had 6 or 7. And he
Yeah.
fought black belts, like
Twice.
the same black belt twice. Dude, tapping a black belt twice is really fucking hard.
Yeah.
You have to
and
be.
what- I argued a little bit because they were going to have him go first. And I was like, dude, come on. So they were like writing up one of the classics, like, I'll write it up as we go, And then I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we went to some matches. It
was for an EBI spot.
Yeah, well, a flight and everything. We flew all the way up to Canada or drove all the way up to Canada. But they let him go 1 OT when it was good for them, but 3 OTs.
Right.
So I should have, the first OT, Thor won. And we should have been like, it's over, we won. We should have just been like, get the fuck out of here.
There was 10 places where we could have said something.
Yeah.
It was a mistake. And by the time we were like, okay, we should do something, it was like,
Yeah.
we let them, we conceded everything,
Exactly.
thinking we would
Yeah.
just kill
That
everyone
pissed me
anyway.
off. So we're learning, But yeah, that. Oh, by the way, to remind that, because a dude did ask me about that on Instagram, I never responded. Gary Tonin picked me from the other side. Like, you got to pick the other person who you would go against, and I saw him over there. And I saw him looking around. They're all just like covering their. I'm like, shit, they're picking me. So I was like, get my mouthpiece, because Gabe was mad because he lost his first round, like of that team tournament thing.
Right.
But I tapped the guy, then I got tapped immediately. So it was like not, I like took a guy out, but I did my job. Ray held on in that triangle for like 8 minutes. And
Yeah.
Gary Tonin was like, all right, take Zach. He looks tired as fuck. And I was. But obviously, you get that adrenaline pumping. Everyone there is watching me, and I'm the guy who runs
Dude,
the
everyone's
tournament.
so good at overtime. It's crazy.
Yeah.
In the our little jiu-jitsu realm, like a lot of people are really strong on the back and arm.
yeah.
Like, and there's a lot of MMA fighters who are really good, but there's a lot of MMA fighters that you could tell they don't train. They're not training EBIOT. That's a big mistake.
Big
That's a
mistake,
big
dude.
mistake because you see it in fights when guys are on the. I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
You know, you see it in fights all the time.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, man.
You don't want to be either guy. Like I feel like you don't want to be either guy. You don't want to be the guy that can't take the back and is really good on the back, and you don't want to be the guy that takes the back real well but can't finish. They're both those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There's guys that are they're insanely good at back takes, but they don't.
Yeah,
It's all good
It
on the
goes
back.
all the way to like you could be a guy like Ray who just if he gets your back in OT,
Yeah, he's
choke you the
ridiculous.
fuck out,
Yeah,
right?
Ray Ray's
or you
really
could be
tough.
a guy that who gets your back and you don't like when the guy took my back at the thing, I could tell he didn't practice it. I could tell he didn't because I got out like right away with the first escape. When someone practices that shit, you in your mind mentally, this is gonna be a fucking. It's gonna be a war zone.
When people start training with me, that's like the first thing I do to them. Like that's the first thing I train them on is OT because like you're just starting on the back and then it's an easy situation to understand. Even if you don't know that much jiu-jitsu, don't let them choke you. And then you learn from there, like, and you're learning to tap and you're learning escapes. But it's like a big reality check for people because then they'll watch. They'll be like, it's not because I'm not strong or fast or whatever. Like there's little girls getting out of huge dudes' backs. Like Grace will be escaping a guy that's 180 pounds out of the back control. She'll get out, you know what I mean? And she won't get tapped like round after round after round. That's the difference between like a black belt, and you could line a black belt up, you put everyone on his back and he's not going to get tapped versus someone that has no idea and they're going to get strangled every time. You know what I mean? It's a real easy way to teach someone jiu-jitsu. They're like, okay, I'm hooked on this. It's like,
You're like, whoa.
sells it. Everyone
gonna-
comes out to class like, this is insane. Like, I got to choke each other. Everyone's really excited.
At the next finishers too, we will have like a small 4 or 8 man EBI shootout tournament featuring one of our purple belts. Been wanting to put him in a situation like this, Quinn.
Oh,
Shout out
shit.
to Quinn Purier, so he's going to be in that for sure. 55. So shout out to 55 guys. Anybody wants to be in the EBI OT shootout for money, holla at your boy. But I got to pee really, really bad.
He's got to pee, guys.
Yep. I'm glad to get back here. I must urinate from my.
I'm stretching my forearms.
But yeah, appreciate Mike you doing this, man. Glad
Yeah,
to be
man.
back after a week of being off, and yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling. The finisher train keeps rolling. Just remember, guys, if you come up short on Big Worm,
You better open that
yeah,
restaurant, dude.
You come-
Schubert's. Better buy Schubert's.
I'm going
We're
to
Next
buying
week, I want to
Schubert's.
see it.
Going to look Wednesday.
I want receipts.
receipts, dog. Come up short on Big Worm, get dealt with. Peace.